Second here. President Obama unveiled what may be the biggest overhaul of financial regulation since the Great Depression. Here's somebody who wasn't around any time around that time, even though I was. So, Michelle, my eyes are on you. I know what I went through in that Great Depression. You tell me how this is going to be different.
Bernie, you only know about the Great Depression in the same way that I do, and that is from reading about it in history books. But yes, President Obama, going back to his campaign slogan of change, describing his reform as a shake-up of the system. He called the post-depression regulations out of date and ineffective. And the overhaul will require big banks to put more money aside against future losses to curb excessive risk-taking. Consumers will get a special agency to protect their interests and regulate mortgages and credit cards, and the Federal Reserve will be given authority to monitor major financial institutions.
I am proposing that the Federal Reserve be granted new authority and accountability for regulating bank holding companies and other large firms that pose a risk to the entire economy in the event of failure. We'll also raise the standard to which these kinds of firms are held. If you can pose a great risk, that means you have a great responsibility. We will require these firms to meet stronger capital and liquidity requirements so that they're more resilient and less likely to fail.
Now, in addition to the Fed's new powers, all banks will face higher capital and liquidity requirements, and hedge funds will have to register with the SEC. And there will be new oversight for derivatives like credit default swaps and new executive pay guidelines. Critics say that this plan is fundamentally flawed for placing way too much power in the hands of the Fed. And, Bernie, much of this plan, of course, will be subject to congressional approval, so we can expect much congressional wrangling ahead, and the final version will probably be very different from the one we're seeing today. Bernie?